Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with Transformers Robots in Disguise Minicon Weaponizer Scorponok. Now, Scorponok looks amazing in, guess what, a Scorpion mode. He looks amazing. It really is a fantastic mode. The colours are rather awesome indeed. I love this sort of caramel colour. It looks kind of caramel, if not a very light brown. But it's got this sort of glitzy sort of look to it, really, which is really awesome. It's quite reflective as well, which is interesting to say the least. Now, a lot of these weaponizers seem, especially with Windblade, if you've seen her review, the weapon of choice is stored somewhere on the actual vehicle/creature mode. In this particular case, the dagger has become the tail. Now, with this actual figure, that is the actual point. So this is the part where the Scorpion would sort of lunge forward and try and sort of poke its prey, or at least, you know, poison it through that. But it's nicely articulated as well. You know, you've got this part up here, which can rotate thusly. It can't tilt or anything like that. Same here. That's the sort of range you're getting here. So you can sort of actually poke himself, which is rather interesting, but he can poke himself, and then of course you have the ball joint here, so he could basically come underneath and sting himself on the side as well, or anything like that. But he can sting himself, but it doesn't come far enough in order to actually like reach anything. But having the dagger tip on, or at least this handheld dagger thing, just sort of gives it enough. Just sort of, if he gets him in his claws, then you can actually get some, you know, poisoning done on this guy. But it's a really awesome figure indeed. Taking that off actually and putting that to the side, but it's really cool. I mean, I guess it's supposed to stand on its on the little claws on the side. It doesn't really. It sort of just lies flat on its belly. The claws you can sort of position wherever you want, depending on how you've transformed it. Now, in my case, I did it so that the ball joints were facing towards the camera, so that you get this sort of movement here of an actual Scorpion. You can just sort of leave it how you want, but it'll sort of look a little bit weird. They might be up here, and you might be like clapping in midair. But it's entirely up to you. His little mouth also opens, which I like that. I like when they do that, so it's really cool. You can sort of make a bit of a sound for that. The head itself doesn't move, it's sort of like fixed in, but it does sort of wobble slightly. Oh, sorry, hold on. Wobble slightly, but you've got that sort of opening thing, and I like how they've painted in all the eyes. But a nice paint job overall for this guy. I think it's pretty accurate to the overall model of the cartoon. Yeah, pretty much, really. There might be a few bits and bobs that are missing, but it's really good. I like the claws as well. They're quite bulky, and they're sort of fixed in place by the actual claw part itself. But yeah, I'm really happy with this guy. It's really cool. The underbelly's rather sort of clean in a way. Okay, yes, you can see the legs, and if you look, you can see the head. But it is rather clean indeed. You know, you can definitely sort of... it doesn't really shout, "Oh, I'm a robot." Neither does the top. I mean, there's nothing on the top really that screams, "I'm a robot," which is really good. Other than the fact that it's made of metal and it looks like a robot. That's the only thing. That is literally the only thing. But aside from that, yeah, we're all good. Right, so anyway, let's get on to the transformation. First things first, the easiest step is probably pushing them up. If you can't do that, why are you here? Honestly, it's just not going to happen. Unpeg these. There's like massive pegs here which go into those holes. Unpeg them, literally put them to the side like that. You can bring them down because these are the legs, and just leave them like that. There's no point transforming them just at this moment in time. We can bring the Scorpion tail and sort of lay it flat on the back. Then we can get to this chest piece section. Now there's a little bit of it's not difficult, but you've got to literally pull it out. So it's this flat piece here, pull it out. You can see just inside there's this sort of double tab section. I'm going to swing the whole thing up. At the same time, actually, you want to unclick this and fold that back. But at the same time, you want to be lifting this up. And it doesn't peg in, I don't think. Bring that forward as well, so you're covering that. Bring this all the way up. All the way up. There we go. Clicking it all the way back, and it'll sort of lay flat in that sort of position. If you've got it there, good job. And if you can just see inside, and also the back might help as well, that whole tab section was covering this whole piece here, where that screw is. It's covering all of there. Now it's folded up, and it's almost touching the back of the figure. So if you've done that, it's sorted. It basically is sorted. So, I mean, this looks pretty cool. This is a pretty cool mode. There you go, that's done. Turret mode activated. But next thing is we'll probably focus on the hands. So fold these brown flaps here, and then we can actually split open this claw section here. Pull the brown brown section here all the way like this. You can literally fold that like I just did. Peg this in on the peg here. Close everything up, because it won't be affected by everything. As long as you moved it out the way, it'll be all good. You can fold your hand like that, or claw section at least, and you've got that shoulder pad there. Again, on this side, I've folded the flap. I'm opening this up. It will become loose. That's the main thing to focus on. It will become loose, and you'll be able to move it wherever you want. Fold this all the way down. Rotate this. Peg it in. Fold this down. Twist. Pull the arm so it looks as if it's an arm, and close all this up, and you're all good. That is literally the arm sections. Putting them back in, though, is a bit of a pain, but if you follow those steps in reverse, you're sort of on the right track. As long as this part goes in there, you're happy days. So the feet then, they will literally just rotate down, and you want to twist them as well. So you're rotating them. Again, I said this in the unboxing, if you know of the ROTF Starscream, this guy does the chicken leg. So you want to make sure he's doing the chicken leg, otherwise he's going to look incredibly tall and a little bit weird, to be honest. So there he is, all sort of sorted. We can just put his, we can actually put that all the way at the top really, which sort of looks pretty awesome. His little dagger coming up the top. That doesn't actually poke anyone if it doesn't have the sword on it. Now you can actually, if you wanted to, put the sword in that peg up here. There's not really a lot you could do. I mean, you could sort of store it. Oh, actually, you could maybe store them in there. Just store them in that. They don't go in all the way, but it does go in. It can't be stored on here. Like, you can't like hold it and sort of place it in like that, which I guess would be pretty cool. Nothing in the feet, nothing where you can sort of peg it in like we did with Windblade. Although that would be cool to see a sort of like just pegged in like that. I think that would look pretty cool. But no, you have to peg it in to his claws like that, and he gets this sort of pirate dagger. So let me see if I can pose this guy rather nicely so he looks a bit more menacing. So then he's ready to go on the shelf. We want that sort of like evil... Oh, hold on, I haven't showed you this. The face. Got to show you the face. It looks rather cool. Definitely looks rather cool. There's the code there. You can scan that in for the game. It's usable all the time, so just go for it. It's nice articulation as well. It's on a ball joint, so it does look up nicely. It looks down fairly decently, and also the joint does move as well. You can see it just sort of bobbing. And because it's on a ball joint, you can put it any way you want. Put it anywhere you want, why not? But yeah, it's not a bad head, not a bad head indeed. That's another thing to talk about, but hey ho, let's make him, I could always do that, like, I am Scorponok, I am proud. No, don't do that. Don't do that indeed. I wish his hand would rotate so you could have the thing sort of pointing like that. I guess that would be pretty cool to see. What if we tried doing like a... that sort of pose. Oh, actually, hello, we got a flipping murder mystery here going on. So I could move the legs slightly to... Oh, now we're talking. Look at this. Look at him, he looks deadly already. If I sort of put this defensively like that, as if he's blocking something. Oh my gosh, wow. Look at that, it's like a horror movie featuring Scorponok. So let's bring in some comparisons here. Of course, he is part of the weaponizer, so we got to bring in a counterpart from the weaponizer line. Let's just switch him over like this. I think that looks pretty cool. They look as if they could verse each other. They're ready to do battle. Look, he's got his arm guard up, ready to go. He's ready with that sword, ready to stab. That is amazing, actually. I'm really happy with that. I mean, the feet aren't much, but I can't go too extravagant with them, because otherwise we won't get anything from him. But the stance, I guess I could maybe mess around with the stance a bit, because those feet do move slightly. Let's have a look, see if we can get some in. That'll do nicely. Sort of, maybe just looking a little bit over there. Can I twist this at all? It'd be good if I could twist it just a smidgen. He needs to look where he's stabbing. That'll do. Whoa, what's going on with your foot? That'll do. I think that'll do. That looks pretty cool. I like that. It's either he's bowing or he's about to stab someone. But that, I mean, that is going to have to do. That is really, really awesome. And of course, you can't have anything without having Bumblebee in the middle. There he is. Looking really cool. But yes, oh, and of course, you've got to have this guy as well. Got to show off everything. There's his little, I believe that is this, I said this in the haul as well, but I believe that is definitely the one, except the colour scheme is slightly different. But yes, very, very cool stuff there with Scorponok. In terms of more of these figures coming out, there hasn't been anything released of like, oh no, hold the phone. There is one coming out, and I'm not going to ruin it because I can't wait to actually see him in person. It's a Decepticon, I'll say that much, but it looks a very, very cool figure. So fingers crossed I'll be able to get my hands on that soon, but for now this will do. If you have enjoyed these and you want to see the remainder of the reviews for these guys, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and also comment that you want to see that, as well as your favourite character, and also finish it off by rating the video so I know you're enjoying these series. And I'll see you guys next time for more of these, so thank you very much. I'll see you then, and goodbye.